Liquid's comp on defense should be pretty disgusting, and they start on defense. So let's see what they got. See if these two combo well. It could be a lot of trap plays if they wanted to go like real simple with it. Camera contact into GravNet. My guy buys the Sheriff. Camo, not shit. Dude, everyone's W king.
I mean, it doesn't start pretty well. It won't continue either. These frenzies that would have been looking to rush forward are put into the worst possible position to try and find players here.
Dude, nuts from Serial. Good pistol on this one. 3-2. Just hits so many shots.
That is just carnage. That is just pure deathmatch.
Straight up body shots.
Meet mid and let's see who comes out on top. I really like the way that Liquid.
Did Omen have a Sheriff as well? They both did? Oh, okay, yeah, they're just body shotting.
Combos like GravNet salvos a lot. You're playing further back, you're expecting that, but you're not expecting them to just like dry peek swing out mid. And I think it's important to mention.
It doesn't matter how many initiators you got if
they're
just sending it.
Mentioned on the desk, we've seen this comp played a few different times. BBL should understand how it works, right? We saw C9 in Americas go for something similar, Apex in EMEA as well. Those both good examples. We've also seen poor examples, such as Talon against RRQ the other day. So, got to make sure you're getting the value out of that utility. Not needed for the first of those rounds, though. So, Serial solo on B right now, I think, has to be the.
What do you think of the solo Teo on Ascent? If I've got a deadlock and like a vice, I'm kind of fine with it. But if I've got a vice, then if I got a deadlock, then I want to play Teo. Everything else, I'd probably prefer solo on this map.
The spike has made its way towards the B side, and the wall deposited from Team Liquid. BBL, well, they're trying to continue to explore the map. It looks like they want to commit to B. They have to wait on the wall coming down. So much going against them at the minute.
Stuff like this barrier mesh, which is a really important tool, not just for slowing down the executes that BBL will want to make with the 3 initiators, when the only
BBL could have a really hard time here.
On this Yoru,
which comp do I prefer? I prefer the Liquid comp, which kind of sounds a bit mad, but as long as you use the Cypher smart on attack, you're okay.
But good enough to get them through 2 rounds unscathed. It's an in-zone flawless.
And again, we speak about the Team Liquid buy,
with
right?
the vice deadlock, I prefer the solo Teo, yeah.
BBL will have to be careful of that moving forward.
C9 played the Sova really nice.
For me,
honestly, they played the Omen really nice.
Triple initiators. I know we played a pistol.
They played the whole comp really nice too.
We haven't seen the full width of the kind of initiation utility, but you're expecting to be see BBL going and clearing out loads of this map, and as many said, having
bonus round for Liquid, and it looks like they want to go aggro. We've got GravNet top mid into salvos.
Paired up with
yeah,
one another.
GravNet didn't hit anyone.
With the deadlock and the Teho, with that utility thrown out initially.
Knife goes over towards middle. Tell you what, the knife did give them information that they didn't actually push heavy over towards middle. They take the TP, draw them back, double. Oh, the smoke down bottom middle, that normally means they want to punish mid. Yeah, problem is it becomes a little obvious as soon as you see that smoke.
Opens up an opportunity right now for BBL.
In reaction, double push over towards short from Liquid.
All alone right now.
Nicely done.
He's going to hold off the site as long as he can. Prophet, brilliant position to cut off this
chill, you did enough.
Found the first of the kills. Nat's the next.
Why?
But he will land his with a ghost in hand when he had a rifle and then picks up the Vandal instead.
It's a weird situation to be in, a 2v2 with every single player isolated. Don't want to give a 1v1, and BBL trying to link up the last 2 remaining.
To head towards mid for now.
No utility.
11 just looking. Left. You know that the Cypher setup is more likely than not on A.
They go into the Cypher.
Difficult to try and break those traps.
Nasty's going to be close enough to Windy check his camera. He might be close enough to get kills off his trip.
That would have been the info, but I guess they've just
not
managed
to
get a look on this one yet. So into the traps they go, just sidestepping it. Safe plant gen.
He's got camera still.
We'll wait for Kiko to arrive.
Yeah, that retake cam used early to identify players.
Nicely done. Yeah, because they don't have the pressure. They didn't clear over towards A main, so they thought it was A main.
He's on 77 HP, right? 3 armor, that's not really nothing to talk about. Needs to be clean fights. Needs to
Very
win
nice
it
from Kiko.
cleanly, which he cannot
Oh, that dual
do.
top middle is just
Opponents
everything. It's hard to
converted by
not
Team
think about that
Liquid.
duel,
We
to be
spoke
honest.
about the buy and how dangerous it could
You
be.
got into
It's this triple
3v2,
initiative
you
from
spotted
BBL that you
one,
put under the microscope as
people
well.
are in
They've got to do
position
their
so that you
due
can pinch
diligence.
the
You
one that's over
mentioned
towards middle and you take a
about,
50-50
making the
duel.
most of the utility,
Yeah.
especially the Prowlers, for example. That's probably
Great shot.
The key bit of utility you're going to have to try and shut down the traps, or at least find where they are. I mean, you got a KO knife on Magnum as well. I think as important as the stealth drone is, that's also something to look at taking it offline. Because if you don't know where the Cypher setup is, you come in late round, there's always the threat that Nats is
Hey,
going to put
a
up
lot
both
of money
cages
now for
and take
Liquid.
a solo fight dice.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about similarities between what BBL are running and what we've seen elsewhere in EMEA,
Prefer the Cypher deadlock or the Vice deadlock? I prefer the Vice deadlock, but I'm telling you, the Cypher deadlock with a tail can have a lot of disgusting plays as well. The thing with the deadlock with another Sentinel on this map is your strat book can just be
Control B main,
huge.
early doors, BBL just defaulting on this round with a mix of weaponry, and it's that lack of investment that gets shown as Camo is able to use his Outlaw to great effect, 11-1, and then dips away. And I wholeheartedly agree with what you're saying. I mean, you talk about an identity shift for BBL. They've only played 2 comps on this map since the start of 2023, being the variation of that default Killjoy and Cypher variation.
Yeah, this is the first time we're actually seeing BBL play with this this roster on Ascent the full time. We've never seen it played in off-season. We've never seen it played up until now.
And that's the same thing where Liquid, having lost
they
2
choose
maps
the
which
side
they
with
were
the
really
solo
good on,
deadlock,
with a bit in
maybe.
mind, Icebox didn't look great coming in against Mate. Is your Ascent any better? Could this be something which they're able to use as a benefactor on that push back towards top 3 as another spot opens up for Toronto? They look to have
Great
bounced
grab
back
net.
well, having converted the bonus. They're able to shut down what is
Hit
left of
3.
this BBL purchase.
Yumpy missed his stun as
Camo's
well.
outlook, so nicely played. But at the same time though, look at Magnum, flash out, but he's got a stinger, man. It's so unfortunate.
It was good on Haven. But
Yeah, and it feels like if the dude, he's actually can't plant because of the trips, right?
Yumpy will go.
Is he gonna hit the
That buys
second
a
one?
little bit of time.
Okay,
it's not quite
just.
enough to stop the plant coming in, so extra credit at the very least. But
And
this
also,
is the tallest
Yeah, I
of
felt like
tall
the
tasks for
comms weren't
captain.
great here because if he was
it's
going to
not
rotate
only
to the
that
other
though,
side
right? You
anyway
get
and he
spec
heard him
down,
rotate,
Bomb in the back pocket.
like having the stinger close there would have been the thing.
As you expect.
Okay,
Armageddon
great round from
Army, that's what I
Camo,
was
buys
gonna
the
highlight.
Outlaw,
Yeah, he was
pays off
one away
heavy, gets
from
the
it, so
upgrade,
he
got his ult,
had a chance to sort of hunt for a kill there, which is what you've got to do in the 4v1.
Serial
You're not
one
gonna
away
sit
from his
out and
ult.
wait for them to
100%.
peek you. That would have been a chance, but Liquid up to 4 rounds, and as it has been sort of stressed at this point in time, bouncing back from that first series with a new player, pivotal, and as consistent as Camo has been so far, with a sniper in his hands,
Together, guys. Don't give him anything.
which isn't what you usually see from him. He is more of a rifle-based player, I feel like. Even
Another
trading
proactive
out the
round
outlaw
is
here and
looking
not
like.
going into the op.
Another big buy
Good
rounds for
looks
BBL.
them so far, but
They
BBL
could
can
wanna
come
go
back in with some
aggro.
answer this buy round.
You got
Yeah,
kill
you
set
look
up
towards
over
B
towards A
the
in case
deadlock,
they
the
fast
omen,
react.
Even towards mid as well. This could be some form of vision strikers.
What we're
straight off the
saying,
bat.
Grav Ned into
So Camo with the blades
Salvos.
over the top. Kiko's the one to find the first of those
Yeah, and
kills.
here comes the insta reaction
By the
over towards A.
salvos of Yumpy on the
2 kill
opposite
trips.
side, and BBL forcing an immediate reaction. A play called.
Might have
Fake
to.
out used to reveal the position of the traps. And so is Profek in the corner. Nats to remove him.
They've even invested the Armageddon on top of that. Levin had a chance from window.
Nats.
Quite capitalise. It's Spanish
Lunatic,
City,
5
and it
bullets,
seems
last
like
bullet
Team
killed him.
Liquid are coming out on top. A 2v3 to something called
Nats,
Tough
man.
Brawl,
Nats'
but it will
POV was
not
great to
happen.
watch.
It is
Pretty smart from
5
Team Liquid though.
rounds
Super
in a row
aggro setup, pinch over
without an
towards
answer
from B. That's both buy
BBL.
rounds at the moment. Buy v buy when
Really
they've gone
good from
aggro.
Liquid
And
here.
then just
The
a
set
setup with double
ideas that
kill
they bring
trips
to
with
the table.
Nats over towards
Sliggy's
short.
gonna be so happy.
Yeah, it's a
that we
nice
don't
setup.
get another talent show.
Another
Used
Talon show.
Initially just to isolate the
No, this
first
one has
of the
4
fight.
behind it. We're okay.
A lot of focus on mid with this comp right now, and outside of B, the fact you're able to throw that early utility through the window does really help, I think. And BBL calling a timeout, the first of their timeouts in this deciding map. It feels needed as Powell looks to the notebook for answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen so far, I think we've put our question marks on what BBL are doing, but I think at the same time,
am I happy? I mean, there's a lot of thought process on the defense at the moment.
The variation of the old vision strikers, the fact that like how they're moving around the map, and the combinations that, while we haven't seen get total value from, like Team Liquid have clearly
Zarek Val, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. I mean, with Liquid having played a lot of the same stuff which we saw before the player change was made, it's nice to get something not only new, but comfortable for Serial as well. I think, like, Mini spoke about even the Viper ults in the pre-show, but I think even back so far as Haven, for example, the performance the BBL have just shown.
Force them down to another eco. Money. About to reach max for most players for Liquid. Another outlaw to farm the low.
Other than that, nice. You know, the reads were good. Into this next one, it's another outlaw for Camo.
This is the old patch? Yeah. I don't know when they play the new patch, might be next week.
Look at the BBL comp, right? Something that they'll get massive value from.
Or PL, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate the Prime. A Fury 75 also with the Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Some ults on the ecos. They at least get the spike over towards site, but he's on his own. He's got to win that duel. And this looks desperate from BBL. We're using ults onto an eco. I'm not sure they're going to get around at this point.
Yeah, and the spike elsewhere. How does BBL even try and get that one back? Like, they're just exploring the map, trying to find a way into the back lines and catch the players off guard, take duels, etc.
Liquid know where the gap lies, trying to plug that space exactly.
Okay, very nice.
So. Triple kill.
Dude, I can't believe they've done that after a timeout. I would love to know what they actually talked about in the timeout, because I can't imagine it was that.
It looks like BBL have definitely been in the kitchen cooking stuff up. We saw the Icebox comp, now we're moving on towards Ascent. And there's one thing there's got to be we're sure of, is the fact that there's definitely a fire in the kitchen, but it seems to be on certain comps that just looking a bit overdone.
Now, I like that little piece on the eco, which they're a bit happier to invest. As you say, they do have several strong ultimates which they can look to. One of them will be the null command from Magnum against this double Senti comp. Probably the strongest ult that you could be looking for to take all of that extra utility offline.
Okay, knife, Prowler over towards
BBL considering it, Salvos to take him off the line.
Liquid, bit of a change. Cypher now over towards B.
Doesn't identify that trap that's been placed.
Guys, what are we doing? Solo walking? It's almost as if you guys have got 3 initiators. I'm not sure you need to do that.
But, you know, we're only 10 seconds away from him having a second 0 point here, and now they don't have the ult to hit the site either, so hung out to dry.
And Liquid's so ready and willing to go and fight and push forward again. Out from short, peeking, seeing what's there.
They know there's a trip there.
To looking for the sound sensor. Finally, Cotton's onto it. As the mesh is about to fall on A, it's an opportunity for BBL to give this one a go. Still Young Pete hanging around in the belly of the beast. Cosmic Divide coming in. Set up for a short
so we saw ults on the eco. We now see ults on the 4v5. You can tell they're a little bit desperate. I'm really surprised that Serial is not even expecting behind him.
Cosmic Divide! But it's Kiko playing behind it that's the issue. Yampi finding a deposit to work with in towards spawn. But Sociable still needs to worry about one. Patty Tech playing within his own team's smoke.
Patty's absolutely owned him. Absolutely owned him. Yeah, dude, I'm not sure they're getting around here, chat, to be honest with you. It hasn't even looked close to one. The double Sentinel starting on defense when it has some fort behind it, first time you're playing against it, looking rough. And they need to make sure that their KO, like KO is probably the most important person in their team right now, and I'm assuming their KO be solo or walk up short on his own.
Serial committed to switch. That's where he falls. The Cosmic Divide to literally just isolate
good
that
fort
one area.
from Liquid though, and all of their setups. They're also changing it up all the time. Cypher's been over towards A lot, different kind of trips. Cypher over towards B this round. Spotted Cypher over towards B. They now got different trips over towards A. Same camera majority of the time, but camera's super strong here.
Obviously that's
They had
not
the
what
trip over
happened.
towards middle, which they found, so BBL going to go default, try find that trip over towards middle.
It's used on an eco instead, and you feel as if
Another
this one
ult
really
used on
has
the
to
eco
stick.
from BBL.
Oh, this is a really heavy investment.
It's a super early Armageddon that comes across lane. So while that space had been cleared out, BBL bail on the situation. Another A site which they'll go towards. Magnum to drop at a moment's notice, down to the last 3 players, up against 5.
I mean, you're looking at Sociable's Guardian as the key piece of weaponry to work with. And while this is all happening, you've got to be looking at Team Liquid. They're coming from every avenue.
Prophet thrown into the snake pit, he falls. Serial adding further woes.
Chat, what did BBL second ban to play this map? They don't even look... Like, I know it's very hard to go up against what Liquid are doing with the double sentinel on defense. Very, very hard, but...
BBL,
Lotus?
they've had the ultimates.
Ooh, and you know that Liquid, last time they played Lotus, has double... What did they play? Double duelist comp? Didn't they play Reina or something?
The rounds are cut close, but close doesn't quite
Not
cut
sure you
it.
can warrant picking this map
Investing your null command, as
out
I
of
said
those
before,
two
this huge
for
tool
this.
into an eco, your Nightfall in that previous
Yeah, you gotta
round,
stop
where
using
Levin was
ults
just
on
trying to look
ecos.
for an opener on another eco. We've not seen
Reina
them on
Clove,
the
yeah,
gun
yeah.
rounds, the swing rounds, where you can try and maybe gain greater effect. Difficult.
Dude, BBL might be a
to
little bit
pinpoint
cooked,
right
to be
now.
honest.
That's exactly what
Icebox
Pal
not
will be
looking
aiming
good,
to do
Fracture
as
not
Marvin
looking good,
watches on.
Ascent not looking good.
BBL fading from this decider.
What map
where,
did I miss?
As I said, last
Lotus
week
is
out,
probably
their
not
biggest
looking
ever
good if they're
defeat on
thinking that
map
this
1,
is a thing.
Coming to the next, revitalized.
Bad at 4 maps.
The same on Haven. It's not the story today on Ascent.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there's clear frustration coming through from the BBL coaching staff here, especially with
That
like,
Haven
how
though, that's true,
loose,
that Haven
the
though.
ultimate usage has
You're
been
right.
with no sort of backup to it. On top of that, like Team Liquid have just had the run of it. Every time we see gunfights being taken, I always feel as if you're favouring Team Liquid in those. And BBL, when they get these site takes, I'll ask you a question. When's the last time you felt BBL had an advantage going in towards a site hold or whatever? You never feel as if they're in a good spot.
Ask you a rhetorical question.
Yeah, well, I was going to
I understand what you're saying, and I think right now for BBL, a focus that you see from a lot of the team comm videos as well is going to be comms. Make sure that you're still communicating, that you don't
So you
shut
guys
down
are now on a
all of
buy
those young
rounds,
players. That's
but
where
you're, you're miles away from the
same way that
ults
on the Liquid side,
because you've
they
been
have
using your
allowed
ults on the
Serial to
eco.
thrive. With the deadlock, this new comp is doing work.
What are you guys
going
gonna
to
do?
But look at the scoreboard as a comparison between the two teams. You know, well, Patty only has 4 kills. Yampi has 0, the opposite number, right?
Oh, and now after the timeout, we're going for kill traps. I like it.
Team culture so
Good amount
important.
of trap plays.
But
Heavy over towards short, playing super passive over towards B. They know that the fast stuff hasn't been working.
Needing to create an environment where they can stoke comebacks. Kiko TPing away, but not punished. The sound sensor, the safety net, and Camo happy to take that timing mid-round.
The
Big kill
passive
onto
net, so
Yampi.
they have to go aggro and find it, so you don't have to worry about A, so you can focus heavy on short.
Trying to get something,
nice
and
from
Kiko's so
Liquid.
hot on the mark. Magnum at least gets the trade out, but still more players to worry about. And
That's crazy that Camo wins that, by the way.
Seems to just go Team Liquid's way. That's number 9, and we are yet to have a retort from BBL.
It's another staggered execute as well. That knife hit Nat. There was no trap to defend the site, nothing at all. Camo with a cerebral timing. Consistent as ever.
The 13-0.
And the rest of BBL falling.
It felt like it
one at a
early.
time.
The pedal, guys. Keep it up. We're playing good.
Nice. That's no better way to see it.
It's what we mentioned
Another
about this
eco.
comp before. You can take the fight to your opponent. Liquid conditioned that. Now they've dropped back into the bunkered setup. And BBL have multiple threats to be thinking about.
Seeing if they can trigger that A trap as well. Using extra steps through the fake out. Still, look, Team Liquid don't need to panic. On top of that drone's
I love how
massive
they've gone
in
into
terms of
way more
information.
passive
3
setups
players
now.
identified through mid.
For all the talk
Ooh.
we've heard about utility and how overwhelming it can feel at times, BBL not getting the most out of theirs. The reveal and combination of the suppress have done decent work to reveal players. Magnum
Damn, dude, maybe it's the best chance.
2v1.
1v2 is the best chance of the round so
Newest
far.
player into the side is going to have to go ahead and win BBL there first. With
50 points
it's
of
smart.
as well. He's baited the players
Kiko's on top of it though.
with the spike, but look at Kiko, he was away.
It is a nice try from Magnum, to be honest. It was a good try. I love that Kiko is still ready for this as well.
Experienced, the leader of Team Liquid finds double digits.
Western Talon's Ascent. This is one of those again. This is very similar of the C9 game that we saw. Liquid's comp is so much good fort behind it. The first time it shows it's going to be anyone in Valorant. Especially if they start on the defense side.
To, you know, in this situation now, exactly what you want to see, Kiko. Yeah, a couple missed bullets against his former teammate. Yeah, nothing more than just that.
They should be able to win some rounds with the Orcs BBL, but they used them on the ecos.
As well.
Maybe they just messed up kind of early.
Ultimates coming up online for BBL, and
they're melting. Oh, they're for sure melting.
But a lifeline for the second half.
Hanging off the olive branch in every sense of the word. 1 foot already in the grave. BBL got to dig themselves out, build a foundation, get some rounds under their belt.
Honestly, an A hit right now isn't looking too bad.
A lot of the game we saw in Game Changers, EMEA with G2 and GX on this map.
Teo damage under so that you can take under. What are we doing? Okay, let's do it with the info. There definitely isn't enough forward on the BBL combat. I'll say that in terms of what they're doing, but I just feel like Liquid stuff is too nice right now.
We look towards the main once again.
Big Joe, big Joe. Kiko's aim is incredibly snappy, man.
Just continue to hinder themselves, hemorrhaging players, and there's nowhere to go. The annihilation, the player through shot is stuck through door. Identified, Prophet needs to come up huge,
nicely
but
done.
Do it.
One last chance for BBL to get around here.
A pistol that decides this full map, this full series, in the next half.
And it is rookie stage. It's Serial to save the day again. Brilliant timing on the barrier mesh to just drop it in the door frame. So many of these rounds coming down to the wire, but BBL haven't got the bottle, and so they're getting battered instead.
I will say BBL are missing a lot of shots as well, though.
It's been a bounce back from Liquid. And their former servant on the receiving end is history against this team from kickoff up until now has not looked great. With 11 rounds already, dare I say, this might go 13-0.
Looks
I've cursed it now. I've cursed it now.
Hey.
And look who it is!
No, I know. Hey, listen.
Had to be done.
It did. But yeah, I think like for as much as we can criticise BBL, I think we can really compliment Team Liquid.
Yeah, you gotta compliment the Team Liquid.
Not only just like,
if the double sentinel is good for.
Not only just utility as well in the game plan, but like the individuals who have stepped up here.
So the game plan was good, right? Double aggro on attack. Sorry, double aggro on defense with a setup that makes sense in case they react. Oh my god, dude, everyone's aiming. This is one of my biggest problems with Talon, right? It didn't make sense when they were going aggro.
It's not gonna land for all too much value. It's the Armageddon that you're looking towards. The graph net to have them up to their knees. BBL can't get out into the site without a duel, and it's Yampy doing the battling for BBL.
And they tunnel visions. 12-0. Dude, masterclass of a defense. Bit of a shocker from BBL. I would love to have just seen something that maybe made more sense with the Teo damage and the Yoru TPs. And then the ults on the ecos was pretty appalling. But I still kind of want to keep it positive because Liquid had a lot of nice stuff. Mixwell, yeah, he's got the tweet out right now. Typing it out.
Red Bull gives you wings.
No crash out. I mean, it's this is what should have happened in the ROQ game, really, if they had good fort behind it. So I can't really be mad. These are double sentinel comp. They got a lot of fort. The stuff that BBL's doing wrong, but there's so much good from Liquid that if we focus on the double sentinel, I feel good about it. BBL could not adapt. That's true. After seeing this, you're really worried about K-Corp. But K-Corp played the good maps at BBL, right? Apart from the Icebox. Inoc91. Appreciate the prime. Thank you, thank you. I'd be more worried about BBL's Lotus, to be honest. They don't want to pick Lotus here, but they wanted to pick this. Storefy live with the tier 1. Appreciate the 10 months. It's also the...
With BBL trying to write a
They
new
played
legacy
Fracture?
for themselves and
Oh,
pin down
God.
some
Oh, yeah, you're
consistent
right.
success, they have been stopped dead in their tracks
Dude,
by
I picked
Liquid,
Koi
and
against
now
K-Corp.
pose
Maybe I'm
the
feeling it
possibility
more now.
of picking up a record which no one would want to hold on to. The last 13-0 in EMEA from Fnatic beating Oglu in 2022, Cairo, 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's not something you want to hold on to. I guess 1 round at a time for BBL, right? Like
You don't say.
yeah, I know, but like you have to try and spin it some way, mate. As we look towards the triple initiator, they'll be able to go and try and fight.
Okay, we rarely get to do this one. 12 chances.
The Tahoe, which we never seen much of.
26-minute game at the moment.
Maybe it has more effect on the defense.
Inexperience was cited by Liquid as the reason for their shortcomings on the international stage. But this looks to be a professional performance from front to back.
Yeah,
Round on the attack
he's
side
not
of it.
flaming. They were actually called
Into the pistol,
Oglu.
the ace
It was
will be set up
OG
if you are BBL in
and
short
London
right
United
now.
mixed.
You have to hold on.
He's not
This
just
is where you've got
randomly
left.
flaming a team.
Need to try and get something here.
That was their
Profit
name.
At least getting 1. Oh, hello. 2. Unable to escape the salvos, but an advantage now for BBL to work with.
It's that
Uh-oh,
slight overheat
looking
which
less
could cost
likely.
them. Leven able to even the score, get the odds back in their favor. Twice as many players. 2v4 for the old heads.
Nats is 14-1.
And identifying exactly where the Tahoe is. Closing the door, but the timing's
Joe.
insane from Nats.
It could have
Can't
been
quite
on.
get it to work.
It could have
And
been
now
on.
Nats escaping up towards
Oh,
heaven. The
still on.
footsteps will be heard, but there's no way that he clutches up from here.
Nats has already had his impact in this series. Now he wants a little bit more. It's a 1 versus 1 right up behind.
Oh my God,
Young
the
P in
timing
his
of it was
face
perfect
to get
though.
that first round on the board as BBL break the ice.
Hey, at least they're not getting that record, right? That's the
Yeah.
big thing in the back pocket.
Avoid the
we
tweet.
Had production scrolling through the tomes, the annals of VCT EMEA history. How long has it been? Oh, sweating 3 years? And then this from BBL is great. Just to highlight a little bit of the micro as well. Shutting the door was actually a decent idea, I think, on paper.
Yeah, I agree.
Slightly overlooked Nats coming through it, but then fighting main, you know, having a priority.
Yeah,
when you
11
know you're getting
chances.
split pushed.
Listen, this is
They do it again, by the way. First person
Ascent
peeking
does
around
tend to
corners
rely on that
against
defender
BBL
That's what I was
buys
saying,
light
man. It was a
armor
10-2
because
half. It was a
they
10-2
constantly
half, that
buy
GTGX
a
game.
Marshall
We saw a very defender-sided
once they
Ascent
win
with,
pistol.
3 initiators though. I didn't have that in the script.
It's crazy how the judge does that still.
Brilliant work.
Is no armor, but
really nicely done. Sociable's taking a great time in it. Okay, nice round. End zone flawless.
Zone flawless indeed. That's what we like to see. 2 rounds for BBL. 1 at a time, as you said.
That's it. That's all you can do, mate. And on top of that, an end zone flawless makes your bonus that little bit
Winnable.
scarier, which you have to win. There's no.
I mean, you can't let them go.
there's
You
no
can't let them
winner.
get over towards the site because their
Like the
after
voice
plan's too
line in
good.
game, I don't know which one it is. Like, spend everything. You know,
Especially if
there
they're
are no
saving a
credits
trip.
to be saved here. If Leven, okay. We're going to cut away from the replay. If Leven doesn't buy heavy shields, if someone doesn't tell Leven to buy heavy shields on this round...
Time to jump.
He's saving for the next one.
No, that... Where is it? It's... you know?
Yeah, I get you, man. I get you.
The slick pen's already been whipped out, so...
Oh, I love it. At the same time, though, Levin, he's gone walkies, mate. Found himself towards top mid, and unfortunately,
Well,
he won't need
actually, yeah, no, to be fair, I think he just knew, so that's fine,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
Get away with those once in a while.
it. And also at the same time, BBL, they take space towards B main. They're starting to push across the map. I think they should start to have an idea about this being A-sided.
Is in a fantastic position to gatekeep B right now. BBL playing with fire, mid left open. They realise that this is what you've got to go for, right? Liquid are going to be fairly
Imagine they
execute
not
heavy.
there. I mean,
They'll default, look
this
for a
should be the
gap,
end here,
and
really.
try and exploit it.
And that's
They
the
wait.
combos.
Dude, this is nice
The big
calling
thing
as
for
well. They've been
BBL is
waiting
they
for this.
cannot let
Can they
Team
dodge the
Liquid
Prowler?
set up with
Yes,
the
they
double
can. Can't get
initiators.
much better.
Double Sentinel, sorry.
Timing on the Prowler's absolutely horrid.
Yeah. Into triple swing dash send sight.
situation back. Profek finally spotting out those Liquid
Whoa,
players.
that
Camo
tether.
caught by the Seas, drop back into short they go. That's Nat's position. Profek looking to hold the line for what could be the last time. Support arriving. The
It's a really
captain's on the
nice
scene.
smoke, though.
It's Yumpy to drag Liquid down.
Spike down, and the last two remaining players on BBL reconvene, get together. They still have 2 flashes on Magnum to work with.
Liquid's past.
Yeah,
looking
Magnum
to
has a
stop
judge,
their
though.
future from finishing off this map here and now. Yumpy in the
Yeah, there's
heavens,
the
it's
judge.
Magnum on
4
the drop
seconds.
down.
Yumpy
Judge
runs
is
away.
gone. Phantom
Damn,
is
dude.
good.
It's a 4v5 at its
3
peak.
rounds BBL. This show doesn't stop just yet.
Yeah, I feel as if we're watching a guy be resuscitated on the operating table every single time.
Guys, these first rounds, they will just do stupid things to try to win the game, okay?
Okay.
Didn't you
Now,
guys do
Yumpy,
something
I ask you
stupid
this
to try win
question.
the
Do you
game?
expect the Stinger
Pretty sure I
buy?
saw a
Is
Yori
that
top
his
mid
sort of,
Outlaw against
he's
heavy
got a
armor.
spawn.
When you hear him shout like that, you would run through walls for that
That's
guy.
really
Right
funny.
now, BBL, that's
I'm not
what we
sure
need
that
to
call
see.
makes sense with what they
Well,
actually
we need
went
to be
for,
careful of
but
this Stinger buy. As
nice
Yumpy
to get
said,
the
silly
nice to get it on the
things could come
replay.
to light.
We've got a lineup here from Serial
9.
as well. That should be dropping into
chances.
market. I'll be playing from that position right now. Tech has salvos, of course. The cage just to threaten. Nuts has done this a few times already. Lineup is still there, but there's no player in that position right now. Not unless Levin wants to rotate.
Yeah, this is nice stall.
Well, it's really hard to get it through this choke now.
That they have, the triple initiator doing
yeah,
really
might
well
have to
right
see
now.
it Omen
The
TP.
timing was completely off there as well as Liquid looking to get up in their face.
Hey, it's not too bad. I thought this was going to go worse, to be honest.
To just pad
Big duel
out
for
the
Yumpy.
stats as so far as the rounds go on.
did
That's
great.
a triple kill from him now, but cause for concern in this round. 3 versus 2. Swiftly settled. 11 and sociable.
Okay, 8
The Turks
chances.
on the
At what
scene.
point does the
Shut down
at
Team
what
Liquid.
point does Liquid
Hey,
coach
listen,
start calling a
this is looking
timeout
like
here?
a possibility, but we can never really be excited about it because of how close
Yeah.
Liquid are to closing it out.
Okay.
It's actually
How many rounds,
winnable.
Cairo?
I mean, they should just get
Would
all
make
the
you
ults though,
worried in
Doom
this
Bros.
position right now.
I
When
think
do the warning lights pop up for you?
What are their
If it
ults
gets
on
to
this?
12-8, that's when I'm thinking, like, flashing.
They don't
Okay,
have the best
alright.
ults.
I mean, I know we had Pansy
Deadlock
the other
tail,
day
though.
talking about flight attendants. Like, if they have a worried sign on their face, then you know that the plane is starting to veer off course a little bit. But BBL seem to be on track right now. We've got an Odin in the hands of Profek.
The other thing you have to remember, right, is right now BBL have no timeout, so it's just cruise control and gotta let the players go.
I like that idea, just breaking off
Nice
the
little
shielding
cage
of
line
Link
for middle.
with the Odin looking for a spam off of a reveal.
The drone over the
perhaps.
top. Oh, almost got him.
Damage.
Actually, almost caught him at middle here.
Well done. BBL with still plenty of tools to work with.
Ooh.
Magnum's knife in the next 10 seconds, but I don't think he's going to get a heads up on this short play.
Oh, it needs to be careful, but I don't even know if Liquid are going to commit to this properly, right?
Lovely shot.
Brilliant angle from Magnum.
Yeah.
Just saw through the slit. Nat's now
Oh,
removed.
oh, it's fat.
Fake out
Oh
broken.
my goodness, I thought he hit that.
Walking into
Oh god, I thought he hit that. Honestly, the shot on the clone was kind of sick.
180 flick.
I mean, Magnum gave us a 360 heli-up,
Yeah.
and he'll need to give us more than that right now.
You gotta do a lot,
And he
mate.
send Team
Don't have to
Liquid's
worry about any
head
flashes,
spinning,
though.
Drops back with the flash. Salvos at his feet. It's a bit of damage. Profek's Odin out in the open. Magnum last line of defense again.
Oh, he had to try
Finally,
dodge
he
the stun
falls.
as well.
Liquid in position. 3 versus 2 situation, and in terms of the retake, your Prowlers and Drone are gone. It is just that horn.
Yeah, and they get a
and the
lot of
salvos
info
when
over
the
towards
time
heaven here.
arrives.
Listen, probably waiting to use the C's and the salvos at the same time. As identifies, Sociable making his way through A main. Yumpy, a chance to isolate, sees the gun
No.
but can't win it.
He
Now
saw the
1v3,
gun as well.
which
Okay, really
cannot
nice
be
from
won
Liquid.
out.
This comp,
Team
especially on
Liquid
defense, had a
convert
lot of
the
theory behind it.
inevitability
BBL
of Ascent.
Dude left him
Return to
hanging.
winning ways in
BBL,
exactly the kind of form that you expect from a
BBL
team
kind
that
of
wants to
messed
be at
up
the
though,
top
for sure,
of
on their
Group
attack.
Omega.
They used
BBL
so many
missed their
ults on their
opportunity.
ecos,
That
and then they
last
just had
map got
nothing
out
for
of
their
control
buy rounds.
far too quickly.
It was like
The
one of
same
those
thing that
where
Liquid
they messed
said
up at like round
against
6,
Mate,
round
they had
5, and
that
it just
burnout as the
really hurt
games
them.
went on. They played more maps than almost